Hello and good evening viewers. You are watching Daily Sun's Evening News Bulletin. This is Umar Kranti. Here are today's top stories. Sheikh Hasina sentenced to 6 months in jail for contempt of court. Formal charges submitted over the Ashule mass burning during last year's uprising. 481 women raped, 320 murdered in Bangladesh in 6 months. Israel agrees to 60-day ceasefire, Hamas yet to respond. Even lists companies complicit in Israel's Gaza genocide. Bangladesh edged closer to AFC Women's Asian Cup after win over Myanmar. You have just had a glimpse of the headlines. Let's move from the headlines to the heart of the story. Former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who was ousted in last year's bloody uprising, has been sentenced to 6 months in prison for contempt of court. The International Crimes Tribunal ruled on Wednesday. The 3-member tribunal, led by Justice Golam Murtoja Mojumdar, delivered the verdict Wednesday afternoon. The sentence will take effect upon her arrest or surrender. The case stems from comments Hasina made regarding the July uprising trials, including a viral audio where she suggested she had a license to kill due to pending cases against her. The court appointed a defense lawyer for Hasina in the interest of justice after she failed to appear despite a public summons. The tribunal said Hasina's remarks undermined the court's authority. In another development, formal charges have been submitted to the International Crimes Tribunal over the Ashule massacre, where 6 people were burned alive last August. Prosecutors presented the indictment on Wednesday against 16 accused, including former MP Saiful Islam and senior police officials. 7 suspects, including ex-police officers Abdullah Hil Kafi and Shahidul Islam, were produced in court. Investigators found police killed 5 protesters during last year's uprising, then burned the victims along with an injured survivor inside a police vehicle. The tribunal will hear arguments on whether to accept the charges on July 2nd. At least 481 women, including 345 minors, were raped and 320 women were murdered in Bangladesh in the first half of 2025. According to a report released Tuesday by the Bangladesh Mohila Porishod. The report, based on news from 15 national dailies, found a total of 1,555 women and girls suffered violence from January to June, including 106 victims of gang rape. Alarmingly, 17 women were raped and then murdered. In June alone, 203 women and girls were assaulted, with 65 raped. The women's rights organization called on authorities to take urgent steps to end the sexual and lethal violence. Turning to the Middle East, Israel has agreed to a 60-day ceasefire with Hamas in Gaza. US President Donald Trump announced early Wednesday, raising hopes for a halt to the deadly conflict. Trump said Israel accepted the conditions needed to finalize a temporary truce, brokered with Qatar and Egypt's mediation. He praised their efforts and urged Hamas to seize the opportunity for peace, warning that failure could worsen the situation. However, Hamas has yet to formally respond. Observers say Israel's demands for post-ceasefire military freedom remain a key sticking point. Trump is scheduled to meet Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Washington next Monday as US pressure mounts for a deal. In another development, a new UN report has listed 48 companies, including Microsoft, Google parent Alphabet, and Amazon, as complicit in Israel's alleged genocide in Gaza. UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese's report says these firms provide technology, arms, and services enabling Israeli operations that violate international law. The report claims Israel's occupation has become a lucrative market for big tech and defense industries with little accountability. Albanese's findings, supported by a database of over 1,000 entities, will be presented on Thursday in Geneva. The report underscores how profit incentives are helping perpetuate violence against Palestinians. Now, news on sports. Bangladesh women's football team have taken a giant step towards making history, defeating host Myanmar 2-1 to seize control of their AFC Women's Asian Cup qualifying group. In a dramatic match at Yangon's Suona Stadium Wednesday afternoon, forward Rituparna Chakma scored twice, first in the 20th minute and again in the 71st minute, to lead Bangladesh to a stunning victory over a side ranked 73 places higher in the FIFA standings. The win puts Bangladesh top of Group C, putting them in pole position to qualify directly for the Asian Cup finals in Australia next year. If confirmed, it will mark the first time Bangladesh's women join the men's team on Asia's biggest football stage. The men last played in the 1980 Asian Cup. The victory sets up a potential historic achievement for Rituparna and her teammates, who stunned the home crowd and kept their qualification dreams alive. That's all for today. For more updates, follow Daily Sun on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the bell icon. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Stay connected with us across social media. Thanks for being with us. Take care and have a good evening.
For more updates, follow us on Facebook, subscribe our YouTube channel, get the latest update on www.daily-sun.com.